Empires remember kings. History remembers warriors. But behind every revolution, there is someone who plants the idea of freedom long before the sword is raised. This is the story of Jijamata, the woman who didn't just give birth to a king, she created him. In early 17th century, Deccan was not peaceful. The land that would later be called Maharashtra was crushed between the Mughals, the Deccan Sultanates, and the local despots who ruled through fear. In this unstable world, Jijamata was born in 1598 to Lakhuji Jadhav, a respected noble of Sindh. She grew up listening to stories of valor, betrayal, and lost sovereignty. She was trained in administration, diplomacy, and religion, rare for women but essential for survival in turbulent times. Her marriage was political. She was married to Shahaji Bhosle, a brilliant general but a man constantly pulled between rival powers. What followed would shape Indian history. Shahaji served multiple rulers, the Nizam Shahi, Adil Shahi, and later negotiated with the Mughals. His life was war, alliances, and survival. Jijamata's life was uncertainty. She followed him through campaigns, fort towns, and danger. She endured betrayals, shifting loyalties, and the anxiety of never knowing who would rule tomorrow. In 1630, while staying at Shivneri Fort, Jijamata gave birth to a son. She named him Shivaji. The Deccan was burning, foreign rule tightened, local people suffered. Jijamata did not see her son as just a child. She saw him as a responsibility to the land. Shahaji Bhosle was orphaned. The task of shaping Shivaji Maharaj fell almost entirely on Jijamata. She raised him not as a prince of luxury, but as a son of the soil. She taught him about Ramayana and Mahabharata, not as a mythology, but as lessons in dharma, leadership, and justice. She told him stories of Rama's duty, Krishna's strategy, and the fall of unjust rulers. But she did not stop at the stories. She ensured Maharaj learned about governance, military basics, local geography, respect for farmers and women. She taught him one radical idea: Swarajya, self rule. At a time when submission was normal, this idea was revolutionary. Jijamata understood something crucial. Empires collapsed not because of weak kings, but because people stopped believing in them. She made Shivaji Maharaj believe that this land did not belong to invaders. She instilled pride in language, culture, and faith, without teaching hatred. Her vision was not revenge, it was her dignity. Even as a child, Shivaji Maharaj began gathering local youths. He studied forts. He observed enemy patterns. Jijamata did not discourage him. She prepared him. As Shivaji Maharaj grew, his actions became louder. He captured Torna Fort in 1645, the first real step towards Swarajya. This was not a teenager's rebellion. It was the execution of a long-nurtured vision. Behind the scenes, Jijamata guided him. She advised caution, patience, and restraint. She warned him about ego, about cruelty, about losing the moral high ground. When he returned victorious, she did not celebrate recklessly. She reminded him, victory is not in a conquest, but in just rule. History often forgets the cost paid by mothers. Jijamata watched her son fight empires, but she also watched him lose comrades. She lived through constant threats, political betrayals, the execution of close allies. She endured the tension of knowing that one mistake could mean Shivaji Maharaj's death. Yet, she never asked him to stop. She understood the price of freedom. As Shivaji Maharaj's power grew, so did opposition. The Adil Shahi saw him as a threat. The Mughals saw him as a rebellion. Aurangzeb entered the picture. War was inevitable. Through victories and setbacks, Jijamata remained his moral anchor. She ensured that women were protected, places of worship were respected, loot did not become greed. This wasn't accidental. This was her imprint on Swaraj. In 1674, Shivaji was crowned as Chhatrapati. The dream Jijamata had planted decades earlier stood before her, alive. A Hindu king, a people's ruler, a Swarajya realized. Witnesses say Jijamata was silent. No tears, no celebration, just fulfillment. She had done her duty. Shortly after, Jijamata passed away, only days after the coronation. Almost as if she waited only to see the vision complete. Jijamata is remembered not for battles, but for values. She didn't rule an empire, she shaped one. She not only held a sword, she also forged the hand that did. Every decision Shivaji Maharaj took, from governance to warfare, carried her teachings. Some women create history by standing in the spotlight. Others do it by lighting the path for someone else. Jijamata did both. If you believe history is shaped not just by kings, but by the minds that raised them, Subscribe for more stories that deserve to be told on this day.